Hey guys, it's Alyssa from Planet Alyssa, here with my weekly What I Sold on Etsy video. And this week I came the closest I have so far this year to reaching my $200 in gross sales for the week on Etsy. This week I sold 10 vintage items on Etsy for a total of $196, so I was $4 off of my goal. So that makes me happy though, because things are picking up maybe a little bit. I did list a few more things though this week, so that does help bring in some sales. Although, again, I'm running out of things to list. I got some paper dolls that I picked up the other day, but that's about it. So yeah, we'll take a look and I'll show you the different items that sold this week. The first thing that sold this week was also the least expensive sale. I sold a piece of fabric. It was actually kind of like a fabric sample. It was nice heavy upholstery fabric, had dogs and ducks, like a hunting scene on it, and it sold for $5. It was something that I picked up at a thrift store. I also picked up this Beatrix Potter Baby Snapshots photo album at a thrift store, and it sold for $20. Sold another baby book. This one's more like a baby memory book, keepsake book. It sold for $15. And by the way, I don't think it's a coincidence that some baby books were selling this week, because I did finally get around to listing those brag books that I picked up at a thrift store not too long ago. And so I think that was actually bringing shoppers looking for baby books into my shop, and that's why these two sold. This is a Dollhouse Dresser. It's kind of cool, got a pretty funky painted design to it. It's made of wood. It sold for $8. I picked this up at a yard sale. If you notice, it is missing one of the knobs. The bottom drawer is missing its little knob on it. I sold this Charlie McCarthy Game of Topper for $40. This is something I picked up at an auction. And Charlie McCarthy, if you don't know, was a dummy, a ventriloquist dummy. His handler, I guess if you want to call him, was Edgar Bergen, who also had another dummy known as Mortimer Snurd. So they were both pretty famous, and I guess this was a game that was issued, you know, some sort of like licensed product or whatever. But yeah, pretty cool. Okay, you might recognize this phone. That is the yellow phone that I picked up not too long ago at a thrift store. It sold for $40. It was in working condition. We tested it and it worked. And yeah, this is one of those things that sold pretty quickly. As I was saying in my other video, I could probably price the rotary phones a little higher and wait a little longer for them to sell, but it's nice to be making some money. And this is just a vintage painting. It's a landscape painting, kind of like a mountain scene. It sold for $18. I think I picked this one up at a yard sale. And I've had it kind of a while in the shop. This is a set of two projector bulbs that I picked up at an auction. They sold for $15. They're for old home movie projectors. This was another auction find. This is a green glass vase. It sold for $20. And I considered keeping this for myself because it was kind of cool, but I decided to sell it. This is an old wood-mounted advertising sign. I believe this actually dates from the 1970s, but it does use like an old-fashioned style to it. This sold for $15. This is something, I think I picked this up at a thrift store. Thank you everyone for watching. I do put out these videos each week on the different items I've sold on Etsy, give you an idea of the things that sell and about how much they sell for. And I do try to get out some other helpful videos on selling on Etsy and elsewhere online. Thank you everyone for watching. I will be back next week if I don't see you before then. Okay, happy selling everyone.